Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Mueller, Computer Art Man, and this is my Patreon video. Now, we'll just put it out there what I'm looking for. I right now work a full-time job in management of a recycling facility. It's cold, it's dirty. I also am a full-time fine artist. I combine digital art and painting in the computer with acrylic painting outside the computer. I've been trained to do this my whole life. I started out as a photographic retoucher and an airbrush illustrator. As a photographic retoucher, you had to match photographic qualities with an airbrush and a paintbrush and colored pencils to match exactly what the photograph looked like, so you couldn't tell that the photo had been manipulated. When I went into digital art and digital commercial art, I learned the craft over 22 years, starting in 1989, of manipulating photos in the computer and then putting it onto a piece of paper or a magazine or a billboard. And I learned the process of getting digital color into inks on paper. Now, taking the job in the other field was one of the best things I ever did, because instead of creating artwork for other people, I started creating artwork to express myself. And this is what I do. I paint digitally inside the computer, print it out on canvas. This is an amazing process. I use the highest inks and canvases, and the people who produce my canvases, they are so wonderful. Simply Color, Simply Canvas, they produce some of the highest quality art. They produce my artwork in the highest quality using 100-year archival inks, which is more archival than acrylics or oil paints themselves as far as the fading process. Then the backings aren't particle board or some cheap wood. They're high quality, just absolutely gorgeous pieces of artwork. Once I have them printed out, I then take acrylic paints and finish them. The reason why I do this is that when you're working on a 27-inch color monitor and you're working with, even though you understand the way the inks are going to transfer and everything, you can paint in the computer to the strengths of the inks that are going on, that they're going to use, these archival inks. Some of the blues and the reds that you can obtain are even more intense than the reds and blues that you use in acrylics. But there's other colors that you know that are not going to be as bright and colorful. Purples are, for instance, are not nowhere near as colorful. But you pretty much use that process, and then whatever's lacking or you didn't finish inside the computer because you wanted to paint it, you finish it with acrylics. Some of my paintings have 300 hours of painting in the computer and 15 hours of painting outside the computers. Other parts of other paintings that I painted have 3 or 4 hours of painting in the computer and 15 hours of painting outside the computer. It just depends on what the imagery is. Now, I love to do this. This is what I want to do full time. So as a Patreon sponsor of me, you will help enable me to do this. And I will give back. What I will give back if you become a sponsor is that anytime I finish a digital painting, before I print that painting out onto the canvas and make it a one-of-a-kind original by making an acrylic painting, I will send out to all my Patreon followers who are supporting me, I will send them the digital file. That digital file, you will be able to get it. You can use it as a wallpaper on your computer. You can use it to produce an 8x10 photographic print from it. You'll be able to share it with your friends. It'll be you can do pretty much anything you want, and you'll have that digital file, and that will only be for my Patreon supporters. So just please support me. Let me start becoming a full-time artist. I just really want to do this full-time. It's what I've been put on this earth to do. I was put here to spend my whole career developing these talents and be able to take it where I have the talent of being able to paint exquisitely inside the computer, and then also have the talents with acrylic paints, and even in some cases as I go further using the airbrush to finish off my paintings. It's a talent, and then understanding the whole process in order to produce these paintings. So please sponsor me, and for everyone who does, thank you very much.